Good afternoon, NACTO. Woo! So glad you guys are here. And I really want to give a big hand and a big thanks to Linda Bailey and the whole NACTO team for their great work in making today happen. So, to the NACTO team. It is so great, and it is appropriate that we are having this conference in Chicago, because Chicago is actually right now on the cutting edge of 21st century street design with projects. You've probably been out over the past weekend and looked around at the Loop Link, the 606 Trail, checked out Union Station's Transit Center. It's really incredible to see how far Chicago has come in a couple of years. Projects that really stitch together all the different pieces of the street. And I'm looking forward to Commissioner Scheinfeld telling us some more about that in a few moments. And of course, everybody in this room knows that the story of our streets is never really finished. And every year, NACTO cities across the country show just what's possible on city streets. Like here, oops, not here, that's Chicago. Like here in Miami, which built its first ever complete streets project, showing the way for cities across the Sunshine State. And cities like San Jose that are committed not to just one street redesign, but an entire network of protected bike lanes like this one on Broadway. Memphis has similar plans, and they've started on the reclamation of street space on Peabody Place, which has pulled their entire community together. Pittsburgh, anybody here from Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh, yeah. Pittsburgh did a big thing, just announcing that it's providing free transfers from its bike share system to its bus system, providing crucial first and last mile connections. And Columbus, anybody from Columbus? Okay, maybe I'm not going to mention Columbus. Anyway, Columbus just did a full-scale redesign of their bus system and is now offering free rides to downtown, which is drawing new riders to transit for the first time. Anybody here from New York? Sounds like lots of people from New York. Well, a project that is near and dear to my heart, City Bike, recently just celebrated 50 million rides after 4 years. Woo! I know. It's a big deal. And this system continues to expand. It's now got 12,000 bikes and 700 stations, which is uniting neighborhoods all across New York City. And what all of these projects have in common is a kind of golden rule of urban mobility. Building safe streets that work for everyone, streets that connect people and places and modes, and streets that put people first. And those are our guiding principles, and they're going to remain our guiding principles as we prepare for the autonomous future. And they're at the heart of NACTO's newest publication, The Blueprint for Autonomous Urbanism, which we are releasing today, and it will be available online starting at 5 o'clock. And a big thanks to Molly Pellon, to David Vega Barakowitz, and to the NACTO team for pulling this off. This is an incredible work, and the NACTO working group and so many people in this room have done so much to make this report possible. It builds on previous NACTO work and is grounded in the principles of smart street design. And it starts with a question. What do the streets of the future look like? One filled with autonomous vehicles all over the place, where people biking and walking and on the bus and transit are just sort of left by the side of the road? Or a vision that is human-centered, with a people-first vision of our streets? And the guide applies the principles of smart street design to streets of all shapes and sizes, from minor intersections to major boulevards, with safe crossing and safe streets. It's a vision that prioritizes street space for transit and for high occupancy vehicles, and that looks at new possibilities for managing the curb. Our streets don't have to be used the same way at the same time. And new tools and strategies to harness big data and partner with the private sector to better manage our streets. And just as technology marches on, so does NACTO. The science of autonomous vehicles is far from settled, and as new needs emerge and expand, this guidebook will continue to change as well. And it's going to have new modules and new programs so that we can keep up with this rapidly evolving world. And we look forward to working with all of you to build on this vision for the future.